Okay, I walk up out the door. Fuck everybody, cause if you ain't UPK, I ain't worried about you. I got a lot on my mind and only class can save me. So you know me, I'm first class, feeling educated. Okay, I go by my mission. Then the shouted in the world's walk to me with intention. She said she know about the school. I like my music, she listen. She said she trying to come in, but her sis keep her distant. I told her Charlotte the water. Shalom, I see her. Trying to see if she on game, if that tongue looking decent. She said Shalom, yeah, how was Shema? Alata, Bahashim, yeah, how was Shah? This shit got real. She's caught between the fire. It's really in her mind. It's easy to be evil. Secrets inside of me. Don't let her see me wasted. Don't let her see me down. Don't let her see me vacant. Truly, I wanna do right. I caught this you for real. I should've known you was trying. And so lock it off the real. I was caught in my mind. And if you know it, then come in. You gotta add it and all. Don't be afraid to change your ways. Be afraid of your dying. I mean, you see how to attend. What sense keep it by? She said drinking, smoking. That's something she do all the time. Homegirls ain't really shit, but they the nearest ones by. One got too many niggas, and the other bitch by. I said, damn. Try separating. Get educated. She said I said try harder with an exclamation. You gotta fight temptation and have some patience. She said it's boring, I like clubbing and getting hella wasted. That's them demons that start up all of them legions in you. Once you throw that gay bitch gon' try to eat your pudding. Once you throw that whole bitch gon' try to bring some niggas. And you'll fall every time, or am I assuming? I say I'm with you, shouting, or you with yourself? I can help you, baby, but can you help yourself? You say you know a little something, but do you believe or what? You know what sins all around, put that wisdom first. She said the water, I ought to be following the realest. With my Bible and head wrap, modest the pig. I say no sweat, take my number down. And don't call me, I see you around. She's caught between the fire. It's really in her mind. It's easy to be evil. Secrets inside of me. Don't let her see me wasted. Don't let her see me down. Don't let her see me vacant. Truly, I wanna do right. Shalom, Israel with the I.S.U.P.K. Started off in 1 West 125th Street. We teach black and Hispanic and Native Indians the Bible. And they are the lost 12 tribes of Israel. So knock. I shall go get the dough. I look up, see sis dress, head to toe. Yeah, I smile, and the rest was a rap. You gotta get inside the school to know what happened after that. Shalom.
Hey, shalom, everybody. You already know what it is. The I.S.U.P.K, man. Here rocking. Here in the city of Philadelphia. We're going live, man. Worldwide. You already know what it is, man. It's the I.S.U.P.K. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. They're teaching this truth since 1969. We are under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. We're here to teach the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American the truth. This is the biblical laws class, man. When you learn the laws of God. All right, the laws, statutes, and commandments of God. My name is Nakara, Officer 1000. All right, here in the I.S.U.P.K. All right, so if you got any questions, right? You have any questions, feel free to ask your questions, man. I'm here. I'm gonna answer your questions. I have no issue with doing that. All right, just be respectful in the chat. All right, y'all be wilding in the chat. All right, so if y'all don't already know what the title is today, man, it's a recipe for disaster. All right, when you look inside the Black, Hispanic, Native American community, we need these laws, statutes, and commandments. All right, give me Deuteronomy chapter 27 and verse 1. Let's get there.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27 and verse 1.
Yeah.
And Moses, with the elders of Israel,
Go ahead.
commanded the people.
Commanded who?
The people.
That's talking about Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the real biblical Jews. So when you actually go inside the Bible and you're reading about the voyage, you're learning about the history, you learn about the life of Israelites at different times in history. All right. So right here, what book is this?
Deuteronomy.
Tell me around this time period, what was going on around this time period of Deuteronomy that we reading that, brother?
We was basically right outside of the borders of, we was in the wilderness, but we was about to enter into the land. This is when Moses was about to pass it off to Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
But we was like right outside of the land of.
Tell you this, I'm gonna make it simple, right? This is the time that we just got out of Egypt.
Right.
Right? We just got out of Egypt. We was in bondage under Egyptians, okay? Africans, all right? Egyptians were not Caucasian people. They was Africans, okay?
Right.
We was in captivity, okay? Most of the monuments that you see over there, all right? We built those structures. We built their cities, okay? We was under captivity in Egypt. Stop thinking that we all come from Egypt and that's the motherland of the earth. And just because they have a great society doesn't mean that that's who we are. Okay, the same way with America. 1,000 years from now, 5,000 years from now, are you going to want to conjoin yourself with America? You want people to think that, oh yeah, I'm American. You know, no, you ain't gonna. You was able to talk to them people, you like, no, okay, that is not the place of our rest at all. You understand? Like this, that ain't what it is, right? So as you're going through this Bible, you learning about the history, the real history of the Blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans. Now, the Most High got Moses doing a lot of work. Moses and Aaron was doing a lot of work in the nation of Israel. Why? Because we just got out of captivity. What happens to people in captivity after a while? Enlighten the people. What happens during the time of slavery? When a person's in slavery, when the people was in slavery, talk to me real quick, brother.
Well, first of all, like when we was in slavery and under our oppressors, we lost our names.
You lost our what?
Our names.
You lost our names. Let's get out of here. You know what I'm saying? For him bringing that up. All right, we lost our names. So at one point in time, we wasn't named John or Reginald. You know, we wasn't named Terrell or Keisha. At one point in time, our name was Ibad. Our name was Nakar, Sakan, Yawanathan, all right, Shara.
Right.
At one point in time, because of slavery, now our names is no longer those ancient names. Keep going, brother.
Keep reading? Yeah,
keep going. I mean, no, I'm saying like keep breaking down what you know the effects of slavery.
Oh, right. We start to love our oppressor, our slave masters. We start to love our slave masters and not our power.
We start loving who?
Our slave masters.
We start loving who?
Our slave masters.
You know what I mean? We start loving the oppressor. Okay? We start loving the oppressor. Let me ask somebody. What was the one way they was able to make us love the oppressor? You can go ahead and answer that, bro.
Caesar Borgia.
Who?
Caesar Borgia.
And who that's supposed to be a picture of?
An oppressor.
I'm saying in that image of Caesar Borgia. Who did they say? Who did they say that was the image of Caesar Borgia?
Jesus Christ. Sir.
Jesus Christ. Let's get this brother a hand, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when you actually go and look at what happened during slavery, they changed our names and he made our king the white man. Right. Jesus Christ was a black man. Do I need to bring it up? We can bring the truth, right? The truth shall set us all free. Let's get to it. Give me the color scriptures of Christ, brother.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
The revelation of Jesus Christ.
The what?
The revelation of Jesus Christ.
The revelation of Jesus Christ, man. The revelation of Jesus Christ. This is talking about Christ, man. Christ was a black man. I'm gonna prove it to you right here. Now, see, the world don't want you and me and all of us, Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, to actually pick up these books, go into the archives, and find out who we really are. They're satisfied with us being in religion. They satisfied with us just bouncing the ball and coming to work on time, they satisfied with that. But once you start to actually come back to the truth, then that's when you start to get the backlash from the oppressor. You start getting backlash even from your own people. Okay? And we get the backlash from our own people because of slavery. All right? That's why coming back to the Most High is beneficial. Okay? But let's keep bringing out the truth about the skin color of Jesus Christ. You got it.
Okay. This is the book of Revelation, the 1 in verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like this unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Clothed with a what?
A garment down to the foot.
Now, you got a lot of people, right? It's a lot of people that try to say, oh, man, the Israelites, man, y'all dressed up weird, right? Why y'all got those garments on? Why y'all out there teaching the things that you're teaching? You know, why y'all saying the things that y'all saying? Everything is in the Bible. Jesus Christ is being described wearing a garment, okay? An Israelite garment. Had the garment going down to the foot and had a war belt on. You know, what you would call a girdle, but a war belt around the paps. All right, to keep your midsection strong, you can put your accessories on that through that war belt, the whole nine. Christ is our king, man, and he is a warlord, man. We think in the Christian church that Jesus Christ is some Caesar Borgia. Okay? Caesar Borgia is not Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is a black man, and we're going to keep reading it. Go ahead, brother.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Say one more time.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
With a what?
Golden girdle.
Again, there go that midsection, that war belt. All right? Keep going.
Verse 14. His head and his hair were white like wool.
Like what?
Wool.
Like wool, man. Christ had woolly texture hair, man. It was white. It was white and woolly texture, man. Christ was a black man. Let's keep reading.
As white as snow.
As white as snow, man. Had white hair, man. Keep going.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes was as a flame of fire, man. You know, Christ drank a lot of wine. So when you drink a lot of wine, man, your eyes get red. All right? Christ was explained having these features. Keep going.
Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass.
Unto what?
Fine brass.
What is the color of brass, man? It's brown. Brass is a brown color. Okay? I work with it all day. Okay? Brass is a brown color, but let's understand this color. Because, see, in the Christian church, the oppressor is going to tell you, oh, well, it's olive color. What are you supposed to be, green? You know, olives are black too, right? Like they would do everything in their power to say that you are not God's chosen people. That's why we have these classes rolling 24/7, 365. Okay? Like, honestly, I could be at home enjoying myself, reading my books. I mean, I could. I'd be playing the game, Call of Duty, cursing people out on the game, right? I'm one of them people. Okay? I can be learning some new recipes. But instead of that, I'm here to teach my people. Okay? Right. Like, I don't have time to play here, man. Most time curse, man. Barakatah, why y'all shot, man? You know what I mean? Like, I'm here to teach our people. That's what the I.S.U.P.K is here to do. Okay? They wanted to keep the image of Jesus Christ from us. And that is the effect of slavery. That we don't know that Jesus Christ is a black man. And because we've been beaten and worn down for so long, for us to even think, well, hey, you know, Jesus, it does say that Jesus Christ is saying that he had brass skin tone. Your brother, we don't even understand that. And when the story, remember Good Times, right? When the son came to the mother, came home with the picture of the black Jesus Christ, and he took down the white Jesus Christ and put up the black Jesus Christ. And his mom had a fit. His mom having a fit is literally every black, Hispanic, Native American family, straight up and down, right? That's what we think. Because of slavery, we think that Jesus Christ is a white man, right? So now, as you watching the show, he pulled out the scriptures, right? He pulled out the scriptures, and let's keep reading. Let's read it from verse 13.
Come.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 13.
Go ahead.
And in the midst of the seven candlesticks,
In the midst of the seven candlesticks, that's the seven schools. Keep going.
one like unto the Son of Man,
Go ahead.
clothed with a garment down to the foot,
Go ahead.
and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
With a what?
A golden girdle.
Yeah, there go that war belt. Keep going.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Woolly hair, man. Woolly hair. Christ had woolly hair. Keep going.
As white as snow.
As white as snow. Keep going.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Now, this is what the son, the youngest son, was telling his mother on Good Times. He explaining all of this, right? He said he had eyes red as fire. He was like, yeah, he do drink a lot. Where did they get that from? From the Bible. From reality. Christ drank a lot of wine, right? And what did they say about that looked like the wine bibber? They said the drunk from the neighborhood. They said that he like the drunk from the neighborhood because Christ looked like a brother from the neighborhood. Like it was a lot. It was real deep with that episode, man. It was real deep with that episode, and I'm surprised it came out. But here you go. You got the picture of Jesus Christ being hung up on TV. Took down the Caesar Borgia, man, and the son is breaking down these scriptures. Now let's keep reading.
Verse 15.
And
his feet like unto fine brass.
Unto what?
Fine brass.
Unto fine brass. We all know that brass is a brown color. Come on, man. Stop with the games. Okay? We got to stop being bamboozled here. We are great and knowledgeable people. Okay? I've been battling Jewish people for like 2 weeks now. And I've been showing them every scripture, every proof, and they cannot deny anything that I'm saying. They try to bring their proof. You know what their proof is? Nothing. They have no proof. Okay? We are God's chosen people, man. That's why we're the most intelligent in this world. But Christ also said, even though we are the salt of the earth, man, what is good of that salt if it has no savor, man? Right. Like, we are God's chosen people. We are so talented. We're so smart. But we have all these great attributes. The greatest athletes in the world. Greatest scientists. I mean, you name it. Right? All the inventions that make this world to what it is today, it was Hispanics, Native Americans, and blacks that created it. Don't believe me, go look it up. How you think you got a cell phone, a GPS system, your HVAC system for you to have central air? It was black women, Hispanic, Native American women, and black men, Hispanic, and Native American men that did that. We so talented, man. But because we don't keep these laws of God, because we don't know or want to accept the fact that God is talking to us directly in his Bible, we are destroyed. Right. That's why they can put anything in front of our kids and the kids just consume it, because we don't put no hedge. We don't put no good foundation down in our homes. So now anything can just come in and devour it. And it's all because of slavery that we fall victim to everything, right? So with this episode of Good Times, man, y'all go see it, right? But we going to understand about this damn this brass, okay? Let's understand it. They say, oh yeah, he was olive color. They try to play it off like Jesus Christ was a white man with a tan. Let's keep reading.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Go ahead.
as if they burned in a furnace.
As it burned in a what?
A furnace.
A what?
Furnace.
Okay. Got this incense burner right here, right? Got this incense burner. Okay, this is brass. Okay, because it's been utilized for quite some time, right? And it burns. It burns. It's coals that burns in here. What wind up happening? All that soot get on it. You can light another one for me, for sure. I think you probably got to put like two in there. I don't know what happened to the last ones. I bought some for y'all. I'm the one that be buying them, by the way. All right. Get that up once I pray. But yeah, you know, try to buy the bigger ones. But back what I was saying, right? If you see what I just showed y'all, that candle holder was originally brass. It's brass, and it wasn't the brownish color. I mean, it was a brownish color at first, but because we put so much coals in there and we doing so many Sabbath services and classes, it damn near look black. You know what I mean? But that's natural. It's going to happen that way. Jesus Christ's skin color was exactly that. It was black. He was a black man. He come from a black lineage. There's no problem with the men and women of the Bible being the people that nobody likes in this world. Right. That's fine. Okay? It's fine that we are God's chosen people. Right. Shout out to you. You're a black, Hispanic, Native American, man. Shout out to you. You know what I mean? You deserve the praise, man. All the things that we got to deal with in this world. You know how hard it is to wake up black, Hispanic, Native American? You know how hard it is to have to wake up in this place? It is hell, man. Right. Mothers is out here doing it on their own because of the conditions that we in. Men, fathers is doing it on their own, or just the world is on their shoulders, man. You got some places like New York and California to make an honest living, to actually live comfortably, you have to be bringing in like buku cash a month. You got to bring in buku cash, like damn near $10,000, $12,000, $15,000. That's what to live comfortable in New York. Besides New York and all that, man, we are in hell. You understand me? Like coming back to these laws, man. Understanding that this Bible is for us is power. Right. It's power, man. That's why I say, man, shout out to y'all. I understand what you go through. I know what it feels like to wake up, having to struggle to go to work, you know, having to take care of them kids, having to take care of your family, expenses, the whole nine, man. So shout out to y'all for holding it down, man. Let's give a hand to y'all. You know what I mean? I understand. Trust me. Okay? But you got to stay strong, and we got to come back to the Most High. That's how we get everything that we deserve, man. Right. I want you to go drop that. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. All right? This world don't want us to know the truth. They don't. Even in the Bible, it explains how our enemies will deal with us. You can read it when you got it.
Okay. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 1.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
You gotta pay attention to what the Most High is saying to you. You gotta listen what the Most High is saying through his prophets and his priests. You gotta listen. You gotta comprehend, and you have to do. The Most High don't want you to be like the Christian church wants you to be a prayer warrior and all of that nonsense. The Most High wants you to be obedient. Right. Okay? That's how we get to actually live a prosperous life. Like, if you are a drug dealer, what life do you have? You take away a life every day. Right. You go re-up, and then you go give the poison to the people. What life do you have? And what happens to a drug dealer's life eventually? You go to jail. Someone try to unalive you. You got to watch your back constantly, right? The whole nine. A drug, you won't be here on the earth anymore. The things that the Most High told you not to do, when you look inside our community, you see the repercussions of it, straight up and down. Like being in this world is a recipe for disaster.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna just let you know right there. Give me love, not the world. I think it's First John 3:15. First John I think it's 2:15 or 3:15. All right, the Most High said, man, to keep His laws. That's what we're supposed to do. But when you go inside the church because of oppression, that doctrine is oppression. They tell you you can do whatever the hell you want. As long as you saved in the blood of Jesus Christ, how the hell are you saved and you still getting high? You still beating on your woman. You still cheating on your man. You still out there buying women, you still buying tail on the street. Okay? How are you saved? You be unaliving people and taking and stealing from people. How are you saved? It don't make sense. Okay? It is a recipe for disaster. I just seen a 50-year-old woman today on Instagram literally wearing a dress with both of the front, like literally, if the wind was to blow hard, you can see everything that woman got going on down there. And she just the dancing and just so cocky about it. Oh yeah, look at me. I'm 50 years old. I'm in shape. And I'm going to wear this scandalous dress, and I want y'all to lust after me. Read the scripture, brother.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 2 and verse 15. Love not the world.
Love not the world. Sister just asked me, shout out to you, sister. She asked about, do we believe in polygamy? Yes, because it's in the Bible. Right. Give me Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1. There's nothing wrong with a man having more than one wife. The thing is, because of America, because of oppression, we lost all our traditions. I look at it. We celebrate the unaliving and the pillage of Native American people that was innocent, right? We just got mad about George Floyd, tore cities up, even our own neighborhood. We tore cities up about George Floyd. We got to have that same energy, right? We got to have that same energy for the Native Americans. We lost all our culture. And we also wasn't taught the Bible the correct way. Okay? Please read.
This is what Isaiah, the 4 verse 1. And in that day,
right,
7 women shall take hold of one man.
In that day, man, there's going to come a time with women, especially nowadays. I see you sisters is complaining about the way how men are acting, the way how there's no real men out here. The men of the I.S.U.P.K is top stock of this world. I pray you understand. And I say that confidently because ain't no one representing the Lord greater than anybody than us. No one is representing the Lord better on this earth but the I.S.U.P.K. You ain't going to find this truth in no other Israelite group because it's not sound knowledge for them to even be an Israelite group. All right? You would not find men that dedicate their life for the nation of Israel, for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You won't find it nowhere.
Right.
What Negro you know that? Don't get high. Don't chase after, I can't say the word, chase after chicks that's for the streets. You understand? Again, we don't get high. We don't sell drugs. We keep the laws of God, and we do the work that we need to do for our people. You show me that. That's the men that women should get. A righteous man. That's the all honest truth. And it's in the Bible.
Right.
And this time, that's explained. Read it from the top again.
This is the book of Isaiah, the 4 verse 1.
Uh-huh.
And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man.
And guess what? That husband is going to love his wives. He's going to take care of them. He's going to teach them. He's going to guide them. He's going to counsel them. Okay? Like, that's when you look at polygamy, stop looking at it as if you about to share your man with some woman that is disgusting. If you got a good man, that man is never going to lay down with a woman that is not good to take back home. You get what I'm saying? And there's rules to it. It's like there's rules to everything. And I would say this, every man should not be polygamous. I pray you understand. Everything that is lawful is not expedient. That's in the Bible. That is a recipe for disaster for a lot of brothers because they don't even know how to handle one woman. How you get high? You're a drug addict. You going to try to handle 2 to 3 women? When you got a drug problem, you will have them being drug addicts and them not knowing how to deal with their problems. And then everything will crash and everyone can actually look at you and say, you are the problem. So I don't recommend brothers go get multiple wives. I don't recommend it. I think men should get in the I.S.U.P.K and learn how to be a servant to the Most High. Do the work of the Lord. You want to multiply your house, but you can't multiply the people that comes into this truth. You can't multiply your offices and the work that you do for the Lord. I think your priorities in the wrong place, brother. So again, I don't advise any brother to just go up and have multiple wives. That's why I said that 7 women would take hold of one man. You follow me? And it's going to tell you what type of man it is. The men in the I.S.U.P.K, we can have multiple wives. Why? Because we're trained. We disciplined. We have understanding of the Most High. We ain't going to have our wives performing alternative lifestyle acts on one another. You get what I'm saying? Hold on. Because TikTok trying to play around. We don't have our wives doing things to other women. Neither would they all be living in the same house. Good night. You understand what I'm saying? But we do not get down like that. We have order. We have decency. We have order and decency. The same way the Most High said he likes order and decency. And there's laws to it. That's your wife, man. You gotta love her. Sis, that's your husband. You gotta love him, man. You can't, sex is marriage, according to God. So that man just can't have his way with you, humble you, and then when he get tired of you, oh yeah, I'm done with you. No, you can't do that. So yes, polygamy is lawful, is in the Bible, but it's not expedient. Every man should not do it. Okay? Let's keep going.
In Isaiah, sir?
Yeah, let's keep going.
This is the book of Isaiah, 4 verse 1. Saying, we will eat our own bread.
We will eat our own bread. Keep going.
And wear our own apparel.
Wear our own apparel. You know what this is saying? This is literally giving y'all some viewpoint of what's going on today. What's the whole narrative right now? Oh, he gotta pay for this. He gotta pay for that. Money, 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 money. It's gonna come a time, like the scripture said, that time is now. Trust me. It's gonna come a time where women ain't gonna care about how much money you got. They're like, I got my own money. I'm able to feed myself. I'm able to clothe myself. I can get my own hair done, my nails done. You know what I mean? I can pay my bills that I got. This house I got, this apartment I got, I pay this mortgage, I pay this rent. Keep going.
Only let us be called by thy name.
Let it be what?
Be called by thy name.
Let us be called by thy name. That sound like women that are pick-me's, man. The good kind. The woman that is down for a man. You get what I'm saying? The recipe for disaster is a lot of sisters believing that money is your God. Money is not your God. Do you follow me? Money is not your God. Y'all, a lot of women right now are saying, oh, a man got to make this. He got to do this. He got to make this. It's always the money, what they can get out of it. Okay. There's nothing wrong with having a preference. I understand. Here's the thing. Y'all don't find out. Y'all not worrying about his character. It's never that conversation about his character.
Right.
Okay? You never hear about if he will make sure that he's not going, like the conversation don't go, yeah, let's make sure that he don't abuse children.
Right.
In various ways. Let's make sure that he's not on a list for people that can't be around schools. Let's make sure of that. You know, I want a man that I can trust around my kids. You should want a man that you know won't abuse you.
Right.
It's never a question about it. You know, he'll be a good father,
right,
a good teacher. He follows the law, statutes, commands of God. You know, he do the work of the Lord. He help out his community. You don't hear those things. Why? Because of oppression, they think that what? Money is their God. That's what they think. That's their God. No matter what God they think they serving a God that do not exist. And that God that don't exist, that demon that they serve makes them believe. That demon be in their ear, they're like, yeah, girl, you know, you go ahead and you keep making that OnlyFans account money. No, you go ahead and you get all that money, girl. Where you don't need no man. If a man want to deal with you, he got to make this much. Yeah, don't worry about if he abused children and stuff like that. Don't worry about that. He smelled good. He looked good. That's what, you know, it's a recipe for disaster, man. You know what happens? They destroy a family. The family will have no good foundation, and that family will be dismantled within less than 5 years. And I'm being graceful with the 5 years. Okay? Like, we have to get out of the la-la land. We have to stop thinking that this world is of our rest. It's not. This place is not of our rest, man. At all. Okay? Now, you read that scripture, right? So we got that clear. Polygamy is in the Bible. Even Christ gave a parable about, you know, he compared the kingdom of heaven to a man marrying 10 virgins. All right. And he married 5 that night. Why would Christ give you a parable of sin if, you know, if he's supposed to be a righteous and perfect man? Right. Clearly, Christ knows himself that he can have multiple wives. And if Christ was to ever got married, I guarantee you this, Christ wouldn't have been down on bended knee. Okay, he would not have been on bended knee. He would not have some Christian pastor, you know, at the altar. You know, Christ would have had a celebration, and after that celebration, Christ is going to make that marriage with that woman. I pray you understand. And Christ would have waited time and let her, you know, get to know her. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all some game too. You make a person wait. A lot of y'all having sex on the first night, first day, first couple dates. You having sex within a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Give it time. Get to know that person. You know, after sex, you know, it's like, I'm gonna be honest, as a man, after we done put the whole face on for y'all, okay, after y'all got we faking the funk, you know, the real us start showing, right? The same way with women, right? Y'all start showing yourselves after a while because it's like, I've been in you, I humbled you, you know. Sisters, hey, you humbled me. Look, I am mean. You get what I'm saying? Like, you should take your time to get to know that person and really understand how to court a person. Okay, you should understand how to court a sister. You should understand how to court a brother. All right, so you can understand what you're going to get yourself into.
Right.
If not, you move fast and uneducated and unwise and undisciplined, it's a recipe for disaster.
Right.
All right, you're gonna be in the back of a paddy wagon. Okay, you're gonna be your clothes gonna get bleached. Your PS5 is gonna get thrown out of 7 stories apartments. Yo, I've been feeling bad for brothers, man. The Xbox is like a frisbee. I don't know why they like when couples get into it and sisters, listen, man, y'all sisters better stop that, man. Them brothers be heartbroken. All right, because literally they take listen, they it's so diabolical, bro. Because instead of them like taking your wallet and like flinging it, they would take that PS5 or that Xbox and fling it out the window. Like that's the first thing that they're gonna do, or they're gonna dump it in the toilet or something, and then they're gonna bleach your clothes and all that. You will find all that out, and sisters, you will find out if the dude going to be crazy, you know what I mean, and mad controlling to the point where it's oppressive. You'll find all that out if you just give yourself 6 months to a year just to get to know one another, go on some dates, talk on the phone, all that. Y'all have, walk in the park. You know what I mean? I was about to sing the Jill Scott lyrics uh, at the dock. The spot. Oh, all right, my fault. You know what I mean? But y'all get to know each other and stuff, and you know, you get to find out like around that fifth, around that, start looking, making sure that's what you need in your life. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I think that if y'all do that, I guarantee you, it'll be good for you. Okay.
Right.
All right. So we gonna drop wherever you was at.
Okay.
All right. I want to get into
I got another precept on if you want it.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's get it.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter
21.
21 and verse 10.
All right, and this is we just gonna clear it up to y'all, show you in the law about if a man have another wife, what he's supposed to do. All right. This is something that you can just sizzle in your spirit that God said is okay. All right. I know a lot of you sisters might not like the fact that God is saying that this is fine. But again, this is the reason why you're supposed to get a good man that serves the Lord. All right. Like, get your one West brother. I be trying to be nice because I'll be like, I'm trying to, try to include everybody. I can't vouch for nobody. I can only vouch for the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
All right. I know us, we train to be good husbands, good fathers, good leaders. I can vouch for what's in here. And what you can get in here, you will get a righteous man that is going to love you. He's going to be there for you through thick and thin, will put his life on the line without question, and he's going to tie fire to that ass. You understand me? I pray you understand. That's the orders that we was given from Commander GEN.YAHANNA. Let's get out of hand. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be walking around. You're going to be happy. You're going to be walking around happy, smiling from ear to ear. Why? Because at one point in time, you wasn't secure with a man at one point in time. You felt like you had to put a wall up. You had to put this big barrier up. The wall of China. They had to put the wall of China up, Abba.
Okay.
Like, damn, what's up with that? They had to put a wall of China up. We going to be your counselor. We're going to be your lover. We're going to be your friend. We're going to be your everything. We're going to be everything to you.
Right.
And we're going to tie fire to that ass. I pray you understand. And you know what? Women in the ISUPK, see, in the world, women get very nervous. They it's like worry get on their brain. You want to know why? Because when they get pregnant by that man, they don't know if he's going to switch up on them, or they don't know if he's going to stick around. Or Satan just getting their head around that time. Them chemicals start, you know what I mean? Them hormones start doing the pop lock and all that. And You know what I mean? But in I.S.U.P.K, man, sisters is happy to have sisters having babies in here left and right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Listen, we're gonna go to the Passover on April 20th. Let's get that in here. You know what I mean? April 20th, Durham, North Carolina, April 20th, the Passover. Man, you're gonna see all pregnant sisters down there. You know what I mean? Sisters that's about to get pregnant or pregnant already. And they're happy to get pregnant in here because they know they got a man that they can trust with their life, that is never going to ever leave them. That is, if any problem that they have, they know that they man already told them or they found out in the truth. I can get marriage counsel. I can get one-on-one counsel. I got sisters that got my back. I got brothers that got my back. They cool. Families here thrive because why? We keep the law, statutes, commands of God. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, that's a recipe for success. But a recipe for disaster is getting a man that you barely really know, laying down with him, making him your man, and now you find out that he cannot be around kids and he's not registered. You follow me? That he will go upside your head if you cooked his biscuits wrong. Yo, the bottom of this is black. You know what I'm saying? That's what you get. That's what you get dealing with the men that y'all usually deal with. I'm just trying to help you. Right. I'm trying to give you the recipe for success.
Right.
You want the recipe for success? Get a man that served the Lord. Get a man that would make sure your kids understand that, yo, we supposed to serve the Lord. Like my kids would tell you, we Israelites, my kids would tell you, hey, that's bad. They tell you that that's good. My kids have manners, right? My kids understand that Christmas is bad, birthdays is bad, Thanksgiving is bad, Halloween is bad. Right. Why? Because I sit my kids down and I talk to them. Right. So look, baby, listen, this and this and this and this. Now, of course, their brain can't really wrap around the history about it, but I tell them that is not what God told us to keep. That right. is not what God told us to celebrate. That is bad, and we don't do that. We give our children the truth. So when you have your kids understanding their history, understanding their culture and their heritage, now your child actually grows. Give me Proverbs. What's that? Proverbs. What is that? Proverbs 22:6. Proverbs 22:6, man. And again, I third that comment, man. Sisters, we listen. I ain't gonna say it again. All I'm gonna say is relationships here in I.S.U.P.K is very, very healthy. Okay, very, very healthy because we do everything that pertains to a marriage. I pray you understand. All right. So ain't nothing wrong with polygamy. Just make sure that nigga is in the I.S.U.P.K. I can't vouch for anybody else. Okay, you might got some brothers out there that understand how to love two women or whatever, how many women he want. But if it's not a man in the I.S.U.P.K, I will tell you that is a recipe for disaster because I can't. They not in here in these ranks. They don't report to me or I abide. Right. You know, they report to themselves. Who's checking them? Okay. Right. And here I get checked if I do something wrong. Right. And here I'm trained to be a disciplined and loyal soldier to the Most High. Right. I'm trained to be a good father and a good husband. Well, in the marriage council, I would get checked. Damn near my rank would get, I might lose rank. You know what I mean? I might gotta pay a fine for doing something wrong towards a woman. That's mine. Like that's what you get in here. Right. It's balance. So again, I wouldn't recommend outside of these gates here in I.S.U.P.K, proceed at your own risk. That's what I'll tell you. Let's go ahead and read it, brother.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
Train up a child in the way he should go.
Train up a what?
A child in the way he should go.
Train up a child. What do that mean? That grandmother that I seen earlier, let's scratch that. I'll talk about her later. When I look at what parents are doing in their own life, you are not training up your child at all. You're training up your child to be a good slave to America.
Right.
You're training up your child to be a product of their environment.
Right.
Do you follow me? It don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter about none of those materialistic things. It don't matter. You go to college. Okay? You go to college and what? You got a college degree, but you suck more rides than a little bit. Your daughter, your son take more ride than a woman. That is not life. That is not real success.
Right.
The Most High wants you to be obedient to Him.
Right.
So if you're not keeping the laws, statutes, and commands of God, then how is your kid going to keep the laws, statutes, and commands of God? It don't make sense.
Right.
And that's why we had to start making sense. Start really evaluating everything that we are given. We was told that we was a color. You're black. You're Spanish. You are Mexican. The hell is a Mexican? That's Spanish. We wasn't speaking Spanish before Spaniards came here. We wasn't speaking Portuguese before the Portuguese came.
Right.
We wasn't speaking English before y'all came on these came to our borders in Africa when we was actually segregated. Don't get it wrong. A lot of people think that we are Africans. We are not Africans.
Right.
We are Israelites. When you actually look at the slave map, they mapped it out where the land of Judah was at. They knew where we was at. Remember, we fled into, and a lot of y'all don't know this, but white people had blacks, all right, Israelites, according to Christ, also Christ, in slavery. Go check that out real quick.
Okay.
Bubba Shaw.
Please. Okay.
We were slaves in our own homeland. The Romans was over us. In 60 AD, we had to flee out of our homeland because they was doing us dirty. They was unaliving us, starving us out, all right, taking our belongings, all right. We had to get out of there, right? So in 70 AD, we fled into Africa, right? We fled into Africa and we went into West Africa and we stayed there for like 1,000 years. Now, mind you, we are a people that don't keep African traditions. When you look at the Israelite traditions, such as one, we were clean people, okay? So you'll understand the hygiene of the West Africans and us. We wore, listen, it wasn't a such thing as the roll-on deodorant, but man, we had lavender, you know what I mean? We used to put it together. Right? We was very clean people. All right. We didn't wear revealing clothing.
Right.
Africans, when you actually go into the history of African cultures, I used to study it. They do initiations, they do rituals, and none of those things that we do. We keep the Sabbath in Israel. All right. We do Sabbath service. Okay. Our garments and everything else is different. When you go into slavevoyage.org, the names of the slaves that they was bringing over here to the Americas was Hebrew names. It was Hebrew names, not the Yiddish, all that Yuptov and all that bull crap. That's not real. That's not real Hebrew. The real Hebrew don't have the V's and the O's.
Right.
All right. They don't have none of that. All right. The F's and all of that. That's not real Hebrew. So when you actually go into slave voyage and you start looking at the names, you'll see Hebrew names. All right. when we got here in America, okay, we were speaking a whole different language, and then because of oppression, we was given the English language.
Right.
All right. So we gotta start really evaluating everything. We had to evaluate everything because everything that we was given was a lie. Again, they told us that we was a color, right? Oh, y'all black, y'all colored. Y'all Native Americans. We native to America. Amerigo Vespucci. Okay. That's what I am, right? That's why you will see Native Americans say, I'm not no Native American. I'm a First Nation person. You're like, okay, no sweat. Or they would give they tribe. Go ahead.
Listen, they was here, the Native, First Nation, the Native, they was here before the Americans. So
Good night. Exactly. And that's why I said you had to evaluate everything. That's why coming into the truth is so important. You have to come into the truth and learn what the Most High wants us to know inside this Bible. Everything that you was given, everything that you was told was a lie. Straight up and down. Right? You was holding the scripture?
Oh God, Proverbs 22 and verse 6.
Let's read it again. We're gonna move on.
This is the book of Proverbs 22 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Train up a child in the way he should go.
You gotta train up your child. Train up your child. Teach your child these laws, statutes, commands. Teach them their identity. That's how your child, I just seen today that a young man that's in high school was unalived. All right. He was on the SEPTA bus for like 3 days straight. 3 days straight. It been shootings. And the SEPTA buses here in Philadelphia, if y'all don't know what SEPTA is, that's public transportation right here in Philadelphia. For 3 days, someone was unalived traveling on the SEPTA bus. And today was a young man that was in high school, coming from school, was unalived, man. And that's sad.
Right.
And that's why we fight so hard to correct the violence, correct the drug abuse, correct the all types of abuse that is happening in our community, especially the miseducation. That's why when it says to train up your child, keep going.
Oh God, in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Man, when he is old, when he's older, up and running, he of age, she of age, they'll never forget everything that you taught them. I talk to my father a lot, right? My father, man, he instilled a lot of good things in me, a lot of good qualities for me to carry on in life. And sometimes, man, I feel bad because I gave him a hard time. I used to want to be in the streets, I ain't really want to listen to nobody. But even when I was like in my major ignorance as a youth, I still heard everything that he told me, and it still applied to certain things, right? And one thing my dad always told me, he was like, son, I don't know why you want to be out there in those streets. You're so smarter than that. Well, let me tell you one thing, man. Don't you ever let nobody in those streets outsmart you. You born to be a leader, man. You ain't supposed to be out there.
Right.
If you out there, man, you got, like he always told me, he said, you got to be book smart and street smart. Boom. He said, be book smart and street smart. So I always was educating myself. Did good in school, went to college, right? But, I was still in my ignorance. You get what I'm saying about it? I was still in my ignorance. And a lot of things that he told me, man, about being prepared, how to conduct myself, being confident. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like not having fear for nothing.
Right.
My dad taught me a lot of things. How to use my head, how to think, critically think. Like that's a thing that especially a father gotta teach his son.
Right.
That's why when I hear everybody talking about, oh, the hell with my baby dad and this and that, I'm like, yo, that kid need both parents. Really. A kid needs both parents, especially them fathers, man. A father lay down the damn law in the house. You kicking that man out the house. You breaking it off with that man. You are making a recipe for disaster. That's what it is. Now, of course, look at our community. You look at it, you see the recipe. You see, oh man, the hell with this relationship, the hell with you. No, get the hell out. Oh, I can do this all by myself. Most of the young people that are unalived in our inner cities, father was not in their life. It was either he was pushed out or he was a guy that was a coward that didn't want to take care of responsibility. And she laid with him. And because she didn't do what the Most High said do, is prove a friend, don't lay down with a wicked man. She got what she got. You get what I'm saying? That's why we're here trying to give y'all the truth today, so that we won't continue to fall victim to the same stupid formula that we've been using for so many years now. All right. So it said, man, train up your child. Teach your child the ways of the Most High. All right. Be a father to your damn kids. Be a mother to your damn kids. Be there for them. Make sure that you teach them their identity. Teach them their culture. They're not Muslim. They're not Christian. All right. Teach them what they are by their blood. They're Israelite by blood. I pray you understand.
Right.
Let's keep going.
Okay.
No, drop that. Give me Titus 2:1.
Titus 2:4.
2:1.
2:1.
You thought I was on 4. Okay. You like, I know that scripture you trying to go to. Nah, I'm gonna put this scripture up right here.
This is the book of this is the book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 4.
Chapter 2 and verse 4. Go ahead.
Titus said 2 and 1.
Yeah, 2 and 1.
This is the book of Titus, 2 and verse 1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine.
Say what?
But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine.
Speak the things that become sound doctrine, man. The Most High want us to have the correct doctrine in the nation of Israel. He don't want you believing that what's some of the things that people believe? That burning sage is going to ward off evil spirits. Crystals is actually going to help you manifest things. What else do we believe? Jesus Christ is a white man. That Christianity is the way. Islam, that Muhammad actually was revealed anything by the Most High when he wasn't. He just learned from Israelites and then went and did his own thing. All right. And he married a 9-year-old. That is not a man of the Lord, especially he was an Ishmaelite. No other nation can ever get anything from the Most High. I prove that to you. Hold where you at. Give me Psalms 147 and verse 19. I'll show you something real quick. They don't want you to know this in the Bible. Every nation was not given this truth. Every nation wasn't walking around with scrolls in a house and being able to participate with the Israelites in the congregation. That was not it. Why? Because they were not of us.
Right.
And when we start thinking about us and start remembering that every place at one point in time was not like America. Not every place was like Egypt. Not every place was like Babylon, where you can do whatever you want to do, believe in whatever you want to believe. In Israel, it was God's law, or you was cut off, you was punished. And I don't think you want them punishment that you got back then. You think you about to go up in the jail cell because you had sexual intercourse with this man's wife. It says you think that you about to okay. All right, bring her into town, everybody. We about to make a public example out of these two. You get what I'm saying? I can't say what they got unalived with rocks. Niggas was throwing rocks like they was pitching for the Orioles. Boom! Until you was no more of remembrance. Okay, and that was righteous. Okay, like straight up and down. When you go into these records, you start to find out that the Most High is not what you thought he was. Right. It's a total different person. Let's read what you got.
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 147, verse 19.
Go ahead.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
He showeth his word unto who?
Jacob.
Jacob, meaning the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? When you hear names like Jacob or Abraham, who else? Isaac. You hear our forefathers. Some majority of the times it's talking about them, but then it also can be talking about the nation of Israel. All right, you just got to pay attention to context. So right here, this is talking about the nation of Israel. Show him. Read it again.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
He showeth his word. That's what showeth means. He show his word unto Jacob. What is his word? The laws, statutes, and commandments, and revealings, prophecies. Keep going.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Unto who?
Israel.
Unto who?
Israel.
To Egypt.
Israel.
To Africa.
Israel.
The Ethiopians.
Israel.
The nation of Edom, who is the white people.
Israel.
To Israel. Read it from the top again, brother.
Okay. This is the book of Psalm, 147, verse 19.
Go ahead.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
Showeth his word unto Jacob. Go ahead.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Showed them laws to us. That's what he gave it to, not them other nations out there. Like, we have to understand how powerful we really are.
Right.
We got a power, man. If we plead the Most High will bring down. He will bring down. When I listen, I'm trying to get you to understand the power of the Most High. He created this world, and He chose us to be a special people. And He said, wouldn't He avenge His elect? The Most High is going to avenge us. I'm going to show that in the scriptures. He's going to avenge His elect, and it's going to be glorious.
Right.
It's going to be glorious. It's going to be glorious, Aqua. It's going to be amazing what He's going to do to this place. Isn't this all in the Bible? And it's all because our blood cries up to Him. The same way Abel blood cried up to the Most High. That's why the Most High was like, your brother cry up to me. Your brother is crying to me, man. Our blood is crying up to the Most High. Right. Most High hear our prayers, man. Right. Most High hear our mothers and our fathers struggling to pay the rent and the mortgage. And they praying to God. God, please help me be able to get this money so I can keep these lights on, keep a roof over our head. God, please get me out this jam. You know I didn't do nothing wrong, and they falsely convicted me. You know how many brothers is coming home from serving 40 years, 20 years in prison for something that they ain't do? Most I ain't forget that, brothers and sisters. I pray you understand. All this mistranslation and misunderstanding. SD Young, what you talking about? So let's go ahead and keep reading.
This book of Psalms, 147, verse 20. Mm-hmm. He hath not dealt so with any nation.
He has what? Now what?
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
Okay, so we just read that the Most High gave us the laws, the statutes, the revealings, the prophecies to Israel. But it said what again?
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
He ain't dealt with no other nation the way how He dealt with us. We should understand that. So how Muhammad got anything revealed to him? How these white people can say, "Hey, man, God revealed this to me, and He spoke to me," and then only that, God just said that He never dealt with them people from the beginning. I never gave them anything. I deal with the nation of Israel. The nation of Israel represent the Most High on the face of the earth. That's how the Most High set it up. He ain't set it up for them to represent Him. And if you actually understand the Bible, you understand that Islam literally dismantled every tradition that we kept in Israel. Tore down the priesthood. Christ brought back the priesthood for everybody to come back. Let's get that in hand. You understand? Set up the priesthood that all 12 tribes can become priests.
Right.
But I'm supposed to believe somebody that came 500 years later, after the scriptures and the scrolls and all of that been already established. You telling me that now I gotta trust someone from another nation that married a 9-year-old that actually learned from us? Now I'm supposed to believe that, okay, yeah, we follow you, and now all our holidays that we have, we dismantle all that. We don't keep none of those holidays. We don't keep the priesthood. We start changing up the laws. Now you can eat seafood, Abad. You can eat seafood in Islam. Come on, man. You can also, now you can discipline your wife with your hand. I gotta be sensitive. I gotta wash my mouth, Abad. I'm trying not to get us in trouble with social media world. But I think y'all get the point. Like, it's crazy. You just read it right here. Let's keep reading though. It said that He ain't never dealt with no other nation. Go ahead.
Of God. He has not dealt so with any nation. And as for His judgments, they have not known them.
They don't understand the judgments. They don't understand anything. It was never given to them. So when we see Jewish people, we see the rabbis, and Jewish people, they like to battle us. They like to throw insults. Me, I tell them, hey, prove that we not the real Jews. You're gonna have to prove that whatever you're trying to say that we lying about or don't know, you're gonna have to prove it. You're gonna have to prove it. You're gonna have to let it be known. Debaters, they are never with the smoke. Let's just say it like that. Why? Because, read it again.
He has not dealt so with any nation.
He has not dealt with the Edomite nation ever. He don't got no dealings with the nation of Edom. Jewish people are Edomites. They come from the Khazarian. Majority of them come from the Khazarian Empire, right? They come from the Khazarian Empire, right? And with them coming from the Khazarian Empire, they had to make a selection because they was in between a war. So they couldn't become Muslim, they couldn't become Christian. So they said, you know what? We're gonna just make our Judaism. And that's how they really, majority of them became they made themselves Jewish.
Right.
All right. Yo, can you real quick?
Come back.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. No, it's cool. 1 second, y'all. Second, I'm getting a current phone call. Current phone call. 1 second. My fault, y'all. My fault. Priest business. Hey, Shalom on Christ. Hey, would you able to call Officer Yediah with the orders? I'm actually teaching the class right now. Salaki. All right. So let's get back to it, y'all. All right. So, boom. You seeing that, you know, the Most High is only dealing with the nation of Israel, gave us the judgments, gave us the laws, statutes, commandments. All right. Jewish people, they are, you know, like I said, mainly come from the Khazarian Empire, right? Now, you also got those that also was converts. You had people that back in the time of the kings, where you had Jewish people that was converting. You had Edomites that was trying to convert, but they never had any power in the nation of Israel. All right, they never had no power, never had no say so. They couldn't become priests. It couldn't be nothing. Everybody knew that it was not us. All right, and that's just the truth. All right. So whenever someone might question you and stuff like that, let them know, like, listen, man, y'all not who y'all say y'all are, and this is the facts. Y'all really are Edomites. Y'all come from Mount Seir.
Wow.
All right. You know, y'all are everything that y'all even teach. They Jewish people would tell you, Jewish people do circumcisions with their mouth. And is public record that they spread the rabbis were spreading HPVs to babies. All right, it was a whole crazy little thing going on, because what they do is when they do a circumcision, them putting a mouth on the baby's rod is a part of the ritual, and that's not in the Bible at all. Okay, that's not in the Bible. You'll not find nowhere in the Bible where, you know, the priest ever put a baby's rod in their mouth. I mean, I don't want to talk about it no more, but I think y'all get the point. All right. Muhammad was never visited by the Most High. No angel ever talked to him. You know who he talked to? Some niggas. Muhammad talked to some niggas, and that's just the truth. That's what it is, and we're going to move on. All right, let's go back to Titus 2:1.
Come. This is the book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine.
Yeah, man, speak the truth, man. You got to speak the truth, all right? You got to do what the Most High tell you to do. Keep going.
Verse 2, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith.
Say it one more time.
That the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, and charity and patience. Verse 3, the aged woman likewise.
Read that verse above where it talks about the brother.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
That the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, and charity and patience.
Listen. Let me get this. I want to break that down real quick. My fault. I was doing two things. I had got an order from a captain, so I'm trying to make sure I get that done at the same time I'm teaching y'all. Let me get there with you. 14, 25. I got it on my phone right here. Time's sake. It be them little books in between, but we be trying. Hold on. There you go. All right. Let's read it. Verse 2, please.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
That the aged men be sober.
Be sober, man. Meaning what? Don't be a drunkard. Okay. Right. Aged men, meaning men of old, man. Listen, ain't nothing when you get. I didn't understand how good beer was until I got older. I didn't understand how good scotch was until I got older. You know, one time, man, I seen the generals drinking it. I'm like, I gotta try it at least once. Man, I remember I tried it one time, man. I had a long day, right? Went to camp teaching. We out there standing for hours. I buy it. You understand? You've been there every camp with me. And boy, you know, I come back home, got a bottle of Glenlivet, pour that joint up. I start reflecting on life, bro. I said, good night. I said, man, I'm gonna go make me some more damn money. I can't hurt my manager. I can't hurt my manager. Can't hurt my man. Like, yo, it make you start, you know what I mean? But you don't want to be an older brother, all right, that you are a drunkard. All you do is drink and, you know, or you get high, you know, and whatever, you know, type of evil thing that you're trying to do when it comes to consumption, right, that can alter your way of thinking. A drunkard, you know, is a person that you get drunk, you're going to fight, you know, you start embarrassing yourself.
Right.
Okay. Now, dancing on the dance floor ain't embarrassing yourself unless you stumbling everywhere and all that, then that's a different story, right? But, you know, being a drunkard, that's a wrong thing. Now, drinking is not wrong, and we say drunk. When we say drunk, this is talking about a drunkard, all right? Just for the edification of drunk. You can get drunk. Don't be a drunkard. You know, a lot of times, sisters, you know, you drink too much, and the next morning you wake up and find out that you did things that you would never do sober, okay? You don't want to be that, brothers. Same for you too, all right? Don't want to be a drunkard. And this is talking about an aged man not being a drunkard, man. Being sober. Go ahead.
Come. This is the book of Titus, 2 and verse 2. That the aged men be sober, brave, temperate, sound in faith, and charity and patience.
Listen, man. It said that grave, temperate, sound in faith. Meaning, man, this man got patience. Okay.
Right.
Very observant. Right. Don't, you know, you can't really move this man.
Right.
You know, sometimes, man, you got some people, you can move them like a leaf in the wind, right? These people got patience, man, wisdom. All right, keep going.
Verse 3. The aged woman likewise.
It said what?
The aged woman likewise.
And it also said in charity and patience, like they give back to the people. Right, man. That's why here in I.S.U.P.K, man, we give back to the people, man.
Right.
And we have patience, man. We understand that brothers out here is destroyed, sisters out here is destroyed, man. We have patience. We understand what goes on with family. We understand with life situations. A man gotta have patience, and an aged man, a man of age, he should have these things, right? And it says a teacher. Oh no. That's the next page, next verse. Let's read verse 3. So we read about the aged man. Now let's read about the aged woman.
Verse 3. The aged woman likewise.
Likewise, a woman got to be aged woman must be the same way. You know, the older generation has to be able to give all the knowledge to the younger generations. Okay, that is an important job of an adult, all right, that you got to give, you got to pour in the knowledge into the youth. If you out here just living a life of evilness and wickedness, what are you going to pass down to the next generation?
Right.
You're going to show them, hey man, you know, be a drug dealer, you know, crash out, don't take care of your kids. You know, go take trips every damn weekend and go to the club every weekend. And don't take care of your kids. You know, go and cheat on your man. Go and, had sex with multiple women and throw them away. Like that's what this world would want us to teach the younger generation. And we have teach the younger generations that. That's why you see these younger generations, they desensitized. All right. You name it. They nasty. just as nasty. And the whole nine, man. Getting high. Smoking weed now to them is nothing. It's like what? They 11 years old, 13 years old, smoking weed. Know how to roll it up better than the adults. Like that is not what we want to teach the younger generations. So let's read about that age woman, brother.
Okay. This is the book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 3.
Yep.
The aged woman likewise,
What?
that they be in behavior as becoming holiness.
Yeah, man. Be a holy sister, man. Be a separate sister, something different. Holy means to be separate. You got to be something different. Okay? You got to be something that is rare to find. A righteous sister. You got to be a righteous sister. You understand? We gotta be righteous, men and women of age. You know what I mean? I'm talking about we. Like I'm old. You know what I mean? But you gotta be I'm blocking anybody talking trash. That's what I'm doing. If you talking trash, I'm blocking you because I can't talk trash about you back because TikTok is going to get sensitive.
Right.
All right. So I crack jokes on you all day. I tell you how you kissed that girl that all your homies done ran through.
Right.
You kissed her in the mouth and you wiped her and got a baby by her. You're not a winner. You're the opposite of that.
Right.
See, I can't help myself up, God damn, man. Shoot. I'm just trying to teach a class. All right.
Right.
Everybody, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Let me teach a class.
Right.
All right. It said to be holy. Sisters, be holy when you old and your grades start kicking in, your skin getting a little wrinkled. You know what I mean? You can't do the dance moves that you used to do when you was younger. Listen. Check it out. Be a holy sister. Make sure that you understand that you must be a holy sister. All right. Be a righteous sister. Keep going.
Okay. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming holiness.
Yeah.
Not false accusers.
Not false accusers, man. You can't be a chick that can't be an older woman, man, that is lying on people. Okay. Especially, man, you can't be a woman that I don't know why you be trying to do this at your age. This is an example. Can't be trying to call the cops on your man because you mad at him and now you trying to get him locked up.
Right.
All right. Oh, you hit me. I ain't hit you. You sitting up here slinging on me. I'm trying to put you back. Oh, you hit me. I'm calling the cops. Like something like that. You know what I mean? You trying to swing on him, he push you out the way. You put your hands on me. I'm calling the cops. Something like that. Okay. You don't want to be a false accuser. You don't want to be the woman that, you gossiping and then saying that someone did this and did that. Because, usually older people, they communicate with other older people. They sit back and they talk. Right. And, you can't be that sister that is gossiping and saying, right. I heard that Billy down the street was over there at Maple House getting some cookies. And the whole time, you don't even know what the hell was going on right. in that house. You know what I mean? That brother could just be doing some work in there. But because, you're a wicked woman, you're going to falsely accuse that brother or you're going to falsely accuse that sister of something. Like, don't be a sister like that. All right? That's pretty much what it is. Let's keep going.
Not giving too much wine.
Not giving too much wine. Don't be a sister that you're a drunkard. You cursing people out. Stumbling everywhere. Of course. Fighting. All right. Don't be a person. Don't be a sister like that, man. All right. And I just want to say and keep going.
Teachers of good things.
Teachers of good things, man. I seen this. Go read the next verse. It actually explains what I'm going to say.
Verse 4. That they may teach the young woman to be sober.
To be sober. Go ahead.
To love their husband. To love their children.
To love their children. So let's keep going. Verse 5.
Verse 5. To be discreet. Chaste. Keepers at home.
Go ahead.
Good. Obedient to their own husbands.
Listen, man. This is what an aged woman should be teaching a young woman. Okay? Like I did a reel. Y'all go check it out on the car, Yasha Allah, Prince Nakar, One West on Instagram. I did this whole video. I seen this older sister. She was 50 years old. This woman was in shape. And because she's in shape and she looked good for her age, most older women nowadays, instead of them just putting some clothes on and sitting somewhere and shutting up and not going on the internet, embarrassing themselves, this woman had a dress on. I told y'all earlier, literally it looked like a flap in the middle. You can see the legs and all that. If the wind blow hard, you can see everything, okay? Here's the thing. That woman was 50 years old. That's somebody's grandmother. That's someone's mother. Okay, she had grandkids my age, okay? And the last thing that she should be teaching younger women and young men that you can go ahead and be for the streets at 50 years old. You know what that does? That's a recipe for disaster, by the way.
Right.
Shout out to the title. When an aged woman do that, right? Let's read it. You're not teaching the young women to be sober. You're not teaching them to love their husband and love their children. You're not teaching them to be discreet, chaste, keepers at a good home, good, obedient to their husbands. Okay? You're not teaching them those things. What you're teaching them is to be for the streets. You're teaching them, hey, it's okay if you don't wear clothes and go post up on the internet. There's nothing wrong with that. I'll tell you something, man. A lot of young people, everybody finds everybody on the internet. I don't know if y'all know. All right. And a lot of you sisters out there, a lot of your kids, classmates, and peers are finding your page on Instagram.
Right.
Okay. I got a story where this sister, okay, she's a OnlyFans model. Okay. She made content. Her son was at school. The kids was already looking at her when she came up to the school, like, yo, your mom bad. They found her Instagram. And because she shares her content on Instagram and is low for $5.99, them young kids was able to say, hey, Cash App card, pay for the content. Whoa! See the mom doing all types of nasty things. The little boy is getting harassed and teased in school, all because his mother don't want to behave as the aged woman that the Most High told her to be.
Right.
You follow me? And that is a story of many children out here today. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to give y'all the game, trying to help y'all, all right, show y'all the better path. Don't take the new path. The new path don't work. That's why men and women is on the internet hating one another. I tell brothers too, don't think because I'm doing this class that I hate women and things like that. I love women. And I check men damn near more than I check women. Because men, first off, you can't complain about the problem if you ain't willing to help solve the problem. Most of y'all say, oh man, y'all woman is wrong. Yo, your body count high. But then you in the DM or in some sister, you talking to some sister just trying to knock the boots and not make that your wife. So it's like, it's hypocritical. You get what I'm saying about it? It's like, I'm tired of seeing men talk about women's body count, but they ready to add to it and add to many others and not take any of them serious. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's idiotic. It don't even add up. All right. So we learned about, all right, we learned about this aged woman. Now let's read verse 6.
Verse 6. This is the book of Titus, 2 and verse 6. Young men, likewise exhort to be sober-minded.
Yeah, young men. You got to be a sober-minded young man. You cannot be a young man of much rage. A lot of our young men is full of so much rage because we as parents have failed them. The reason why these young men think that making drill music and snitching on themselves and putting it on the internet. I got a young boy right now that is fighting three bodies, all because he was moving loosely on the internet, talking about the things that he did. Now, you know what his dumb behind think that he can do? He think that he can represent himself in court by fighting three bodies. And they got clear evidence. They went into the phone and found him confessing to it. And they offered him, like, I think 30 years or something like that. He didn't even take it. He said, no, I ain't taking that. They're going to roof him. If he come home, I'll be surprised. But full of so much rage, drugs, because the parents, we didn't care about a father being in the house. Right? Fathers, men, we didn't want to step up for our kids. Right? You didn't want to be a father. You wanted to go ahead and run the streets and still act like you a goddamn 19-year-old. Right? Escaping your responsibilities. She ain't make that baby on her own. You helped her make it. So take care of your responsibility. Ain't no goddamn, I don't want to hear the excuses. You made it. You ain't ready. Shit, she might not be ready. But that sister made sure that she got to it. You make sure that you get to it.
Right.
Now, because the narrative is not always the man getting pushed out the house and all that. It's not always that. You also got, mainly back in the day, men was like, man, I ain't take care of that young boy. The hell with that. You know what I mean? That's why some of them old heads be walking around. You go look at their paycheck. That don't say donut because they paying back child support. And the kid is a grown behind the dog. I seen it. One dude said, you want to see my check look like? He showed me that joint. I said, dang. I'm like, how much money do you owe? They take everything from my butt. I was like, that can't be legal. And he was doing overtime. So I said, so you, how in the world? He probably still paying that joint on. If he paying, he wasn't getting none in his check. We got to be here for these young guys, man. You got to be here for the youth.
Right.
They don't know no better. They learn it from us. So if you're not teaching your young bulls, if you're not teaching your children, even the kids that's not yours, the ones that is extra reach, you should be teaching them, man. I love teaching the young bulls stuff, man.
Right.
I love telling them, yo, man, do this and do that. They be loving the game that I be giving. Why? Because I care. And they see it. Most of them never had a father. Some of them never had a big brother. I'm going to be that big brother. I'm going to be that father figure because the Most High told me to do that. Right? Make sure that these young bulls is not out here keep unaliving one another. Not up here using drugs. Right. Up here chasing at the tail when they don't even know what to do with a young girl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know what to do with a woman because they was never shown in the home. We got to clean ourselves up so we can clean our children up. And make sure that they don't have to go through the things that we went through. That's the whole point about when you had kids, you make the sacrifice to give them a better life.
Right.
How you going to give them a better life when you don't got the laws, statutes, commands of the Most High? How you going to raise these kids without the Most High in it?
Right.
It don't work. And we looking at it right now in the world. Black, Hispanic, Native American, we are the laughing stock of the world. Straight up. We are a laughing stock. They laugh at us. They laugh at us, man. They make jokes. You know how many comments I had to block? How many people I had to block because they making racial remarks? They tell me, oh, you ain't never had their father in your life. I had my father in my life, my whole life. Oh, you got 1,000,001 babies and all this. I don't have 1,000,001 babies. And if I did, who cares? I'll take care of all of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, he don't know how to read, this and that. Oh, because I'm black, huh? Like, that's what they think of us, man.
Right.
You gotta prepare your children for war, man.
Come.
And I ain't talking about just combat. I'm talking about up here.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? I'm talking about in here.
Right.
Because when you ain't gonna be here forever to protect them, they gotta be able to survive and pass on wisdom. What are your children going to pass down if you don't know shit?
Right.
You don't know nothing. You don't know shit. You still think that sex ain't marriage, so you still out here, you up here having sex with all these women and throwing them away, destroying them. Your daughter and your kids see, you, especially your daughters see how you treat women. They see that you beat on women. They see that you abuse women. How you think that what you think she gonna accept? What you think she gonna accept? She gonna accept a man like you. You get what I'm saying? Sisters, if you're not keeping the laws of God and giving them things to pass down and being a good representation, what you think your daughter's gonna do? They're gonna do worse than you.
Right.
You pick bad men? Oh, we imagine the men that she's gonna pick. You gotta be here for these youth, man. You gotta be here for the youth. Skip down to verse boom boom boom. I want you to skip down to let's go to verse 12.
Okay. This is the book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lust.
We gotta deny that lust, man. Most High said, man, choose the good path, not the bad. Because when you choose the bad, that's you choosing Satan.
Right.
When you choose the good path, that is you keeping the laws, statutes, and commands of God. All right? Not eating shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. Right? Not participating in pagan holidays. Not hating your brother, hating your sisters. Not being a thief.
Right.
Not being a unaliver of innocent people. Not being a revenge that is not lawful. Being a respecter of persons. Being a backbiter, a gossiper.
Right.
All of those things. The Most High said, man, don't do that. Don't put your man away. Don't put your wife away. You get what I'm saying? We gotta choose the good path.
Right.
That's why I said teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lust. You gotta deny all these things in the world. That's why I said worldly. This world will destroy you. I see it every day.
Right.
You turn on the news, you go to Reddit, you go to Instagram, Facebook, the whole nine. You are seeing what the world will give you. People being unalived, people in the hospital. I seen this one brother, man, he was an artist, rap artist, popping in the city. Now he's paralyzed. He's paralyzed, trying to get his fight back to walk. He can't even move his hands. I seen him downtown. He asked me to take a picture of him. He had his son with him, right? Son is a little bit not so disciplined. I said, dang. I said, because of the lifestyle that you was living, bro, this is what you're dealing with now. That's why we gotta keep the laws of God. Right. So that we can have better outcomes. You feel me? Like that's what it is. Let's keep going.
Okay. We should live soberly.
Yeah, man, not being an abuser of drugs and abusing alcohol. Nothing wrong with drinking alcohol, but you cannot be an abuser of it.
Right.
All right, let's keep going.
Righteously. And godly.
Yeah, man, you gotta be righteous and godly, man. Represent the Most High. Represent the Most High, man. Don't represent America. You represent the Most High. You represent that you are an Israelite from whatever tribe you're from. You Black, Hispanic, Native American, you better represent. And the way you represent is by righteousness. Let's keep going.
In this present world.
In this present world. You better represent in this world. Get that through your brain. This world is not meant for you to just be comfortable in. Micah 2:10 said this is not the place of our rest. At all.
Right.
This ain't the place of our rest, man. Think that, oh yeah, I got a house, I got a car, I got a fine girl, you know. Oh, I got a bag, you know what I mean? You says, I got a good husband, he got money, and you know, my kids is not in public school, this and that. We got this business, I got this job, this and that. This is not the place of your rest.
Right.
If you ain't keeping God, laws, statutes, commands, you are failing that whole family. It don't matter how you look at it, because the truth is going to set you free. That's what it is. The truth is that you cannot live a sinful lifestyle. Let's keep reading.
Go God. Righteously and godly in this present world. Verse 13. Looking for that blessed hope and the glorious appearing of that great God and our Savior Jesus Christ.
Man, we hope this. We can't wait till the day when Christ cracked that sky and come redeem the nation of Israel.
Right.
That's what it's talking about right here. That's our hope. It's our hope, man. We hope that all Blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans can be redeemed, man. To get a second chance, another chance, but being able, this chance is in the kingdom of heaven, man.
Right.
And us coming back to the Most High before he bring Christ back to return. And us to keep these commandments, learn who we are, serve the Most High, do the work of the Lord, let the Most High work be shown on the face of the earth so that we can be redeemed, so that our people won't suffer anymore. Let's keep going.
Verse 14.
Now, this is a heavy one right here. This is going to be the last verse, and we out.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 2, and verse 14. Who gave himself for us, that he might redeem us from all iniquity.
He shall what?
Redeem us from all iniquity.
Redeem us from all evil, man. He who gave himself for us, that he might redeem us from all iniquity. Christ died. Christ was unalive for the nation of Israel.
Right.
Christ died so that we can get a second chance, because before we was cut off. We didn't keep the Passover. We wasn't circumcised on the 8th day. We was committing all types of other sins and, keeping pagan practices and holidays and rituals.
Right.
Drug abusers.
Right.
Drunkards. We was all those things. But when Christ came back, he taught us, showed us how to love one another, how to keep the laws and commandments, and then he was unalived for us. He was the lamb for the slaughter, for the nation of Israel, right? He gave himself for us so that we can be free from our sins, man. And what does that mean, to be free from your sins? To be free from it is you not doing the sin anymore. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, when we don't do the sin anymore, we are free from that sin, because we don't do that. We're not going to be drug dealers no more.
Right.
That's what it means to be redeemed. And that's what Christ did for the nation of Israel. But this is a grace period that we in.
Right.
So that everybody know. We're in a grace period. In Romans, the 6th chapter, it talks about the grace that abounds. Should we sin because grace may abound? That's why you had to say it. Because Israel, you know what we do? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go sell this QP. Look, man, I'll pray about it later. I'll take my chances. Nah, because the priest was the ones that, if the Most High didn't catch you, the priest caught you. It was either the priest caught you or the Most High caught you. You know what I mean? But the Most High caught you regardless. You get what I'm saying? And when the priest catch you, now you are under the law. You get what I'm saying? You're under the law. But because of the grace, you're not under the law, meaning you cannot be under arrest.
Right.
That's why I say that you are under arrest, because you are under the law. All right.
Right.
So let's keep going. Boom. Verse 14, and it say, and purify. You can go from there.
And purify unto himself a peculiar people.
And it said what?
And purify unto himself a peculiar people.
He purified a peculiar people, man. You know what peculiar means? Not a regular people.
Right.
Ooh-wee.
Right.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
Right.
The peculiar people is the nation of Israel. All right? Give me I think you know what I want.
So
Surprise me.
So you don't have to
I take that. We can end it with that.
This is the book.
Matter of fact, give me Matthew 1 and 21. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna end it right there.
Okay. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 1 and verse 21.
Now, mind you, Jesus Christ came from the seed of Judah. He is from the tribe of Judah. He is the descendant of King David, King Solomon. All right. That's why Joseph had ties to being of the king lineage, because he comes from that lineage all the way back from Abraham, all right, from Judah, all the way down, you understand, to Joseph, all right, who was his father. He wasn't born with some miracle thing where, you know, she was impregnated by something. It was literally Joseph going inside of Mary. They had sex. He was married. That's the whole misconception. Let's keep reading.
Okay. This is the book of Matthew, 1 and verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son.
Go ahead.
And thou shalt call his name Jesus.
Say they should call his name what?
Jesus.
Go ahead.
And he shall save his people.
Shall what?
Save his people.
All the other people?
His people.
His people. The nation of Israel. And we just read in Titus, the 14th chapter, that he redeemed a peculiar people. He redeemed us, a different kind of people, not everybody. Now, I'm going to read Deuteronomy 7 and 6 for time's sake. I'm going to run through it. All right. This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people. All right. Holy means to be separate unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God have chosen thee, talking about the nation of Israel. This is in the first 5 books. This is Moses explaining everything to the nation of Israel. Most High is dealing with Moses and Aaron so that he can set up the law in Israel. All right, set up the priesthood and all these things. All right, and it is being explained to the Israelites. Remember, when Israel came out of Egypt, we were together. It wasn't the whole world in Egypt, and now the whole world is leaving. This is talking about a particular people, a peculiar people. It's going to explain a little bit more. Go ahead.
I got a definition of peculiar.
Go ahead. Let's read it.
Peculiar. There's multiple definitions, sir.
Let's go ahead.
Peculiar. Definition from Merriam-Webster. This is the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Peculiar. The definition 1. Characteristic of only one person, group, or thing.
A what?
Characteristic of only one person, group, or thing.
A group or thing?
That's the first definition.
Go ahead, keep going.
Distinctive. Definition 2. Different from the usual or normal.
And that's it. Special. You heard that? Peculiar. A special people. It means something that's special is not the usual. It's something that is rare. That's the nation of Israel.
Right.
We are a peculiar people. That's why I'm trying to tell you that is the math ain't mathing when they try to teach the Bible, but it's mathing here. And if it's not mathing for you here, you should keep coming to class and ask questions. There's not a problem with asking questions at all. All right. It says that the Lord thy God had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. He chose us to be a special people. He didn't choose the Arabs, the East Indians. He chose Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, not white people, not Africans, especially not Jewish people. How you ish? Yeah, ain't ish anything. You know what I'm saying? We never explained ourselves as being Jewish in the scriptures ever.
Right.
We was explained as Israelites or Jews or Hebrews. Okay, right here. All right, it's telling you, man, on the face of the earth, He chose us to be above all people, and that's why the laws are set up the way they are in the Bible, and that's why y'all gotta keep coming to class. Keep coming to class. Keep tuning in. Keep watching. Make sure y'all check in with all our channels that we have here in the I.S.U.P.K. And with that, shalom. You can clip it.
Come. You want to do the announcement, sir?
No, we good. We can clip on out.
Clip it. You do screen.
No, we good.
Come. Sorry.
Let's clip that.
Clip it.